What up, fam? It's your big bro, H Bomb Flores. We are everyday people. One Love Ministries, like, subscribe, share, comment. Just recently, right now, just kind of lost in my thoughts. Maybe I was having a conversation with the good Lord without knowing. But I got to thinking a lot how lately, all around us, people are taking their own lives. Depression is no joke. I can tell you firsthand, being someone who, like, a few years back went through it. It's a silent killer. Um, and I just, like, in retrospect, started thinking, like, what is it? And I can just speak from firsthand, like I said, like sometimes we're seeking for joy out in the things of life, thinking that something within our surroundings could bring that joy that we're looking for. And I remember, like, me personally, I'm just gonna speak from my personal experience that that's not the way, that's not the place to look for it. A lot of people often I see, like, in their comments, oh man, depression is no joke, like, reach out for help and whoop de woo and etc. And it's like maybe we don't know how to see the signs of people reaching out, because somebody who's depressed will not reach out the way a person that's in the right state of mind reaches out. There's different subtleties in how we reach out. I'm not justifying it, and I'm not expecting people to be mind readers either, or like comment analysts. You know what I mean? But it's real. It's real. I stand here before you knowing that it's real because years back I was staring at the barrel with a 12 gauge, ready to blow my head off. Like, so I understand what depression is, but I also understand that I was looking for joy in the wrong places. I was thinking that the outside world could bring that joy that I need, but I got news for you today. Like, the joy you need, it's in you. That's why we don't need to be looking outside. I don't need to be looking at the world to find my joy. My joy is in me, and it's up to me to bring it out. You know, bring out that joy. Like, radiate that joy. You to add to the joys of the world. And what I came to find out was when I realized the joy that I'm seeking wasn't in the outside world, but it was in me. Then I started asking, well, then how do I seek that joy that's in me? You know, because it ain't like you can, like, press against your temple and on the other side of your mind, on the other side of you, like, those joyous things would come out. It doesn't work that way. You know, it's impossible to, like, cut yourself open and bring out the joy that's in you. So I was like, how do you seek it? How do you seek that joy that I'm looking for? That's in me. And I only found it in one place. The best way to seek that joy that's in you, seek the Lord. Seek the Almighty. You know, seek your Creator, your peace, your joy. You know, is it good? Is it good to reach out to people to try to find that joy? No doubt. We should be here to uplift one another. You know, but every single one of us is already going through something that could consume the joy that we could give to one another, you know. But the Father, that's how beautiful the Father is. That's how great His joy is. That even when you seek Him to find that inside joy, He may be in many different places than we could ever be at once, yet still will take the full time, the full consideration, the full attention that we so desire and need, so that that joy, that flame of joy, it becomes like a brush fire, and it just becomes an all-consuming joy inside that's just hard to explain. I could tell you firsthand, like I mentioned earlier, like when I was staring at that barrel of the 12 gauge that I myself had, like ready to squeeze. I had it pointed at me already, and this overwhelming joy came over me, and it manifested itself as like I started crying like a little kid, like, and I remember like picking up the good book, and I didn't know it. I didn't know what was what chapter was what book was what, I just flipped, and I happened to stop at a proverb, sorry, that, it goes somewhere in the lines of, where would you rather be, like, in a luxurious big home with a family that's divided, or in like a little shack, but your family's together, because we all go through different issues, and I'll explain later. I'll explain in full detail maybe in another video, But that's when I first had that first-hand revelation that joy was already in me. I was just looking in the wrong places. Gotta seek the Father, seek your Creator, seek the Almighty. And I'm not saying because you do that, there will be no more bad days. Matter of fact, we are promised bad days. The only difference is that they become bearable. They become bearable. And I'm not saying that because you find that interior joy that you will never, ever, ever experience maybe depression or whatnot. Don't let people lie to you. You know what I mean? You might go through it. The only difference again is now you know. Now you know where to reach, seek, grab to be able to pull yourself out of these holes that sometimes try to consume us, And it could be in any situation, It could be in any situation. Like, depression comes in many forms. It dresses up in many forms, It can hit you through your finances. It can hit you through your marriage. It can hit you through your personal life. It can hit you through your work life. It can hit you. It can disguise itself in many different ways. None is greater, none is lesser. It's all the same. But just the way depression has a name, so does the answer. And its name is above all names. Yeshua HaMashiach. The joy of the Father. It's endless. It's timeless. It's perfect. It's pure. It's the answer. So yes, reach out to one another. No doubt about that. But I just want you guys to know, like, you're not alone. Even when it seems that we're alone. I was alone in my living room when my situation took place. But yet I came to find out I was never alone. I was more accompanied that day than I would have been if a plethora of humans were in that room with me. So I encourage you. You want to seek your joy? You feeling down? You feeling down right now? Like I was once before? Like you want to seek your joy? It's inside of you. Pull it out. Bring it out. Just as much as you need that joy that's inside of you, I guarantee you there's someone out there who's also, in a weird way, waiting just to see that joy. And I pray over your life. I honor you. I got love for you. Let's unite. Too many good people are cutting their time on this world too short and taking the greatness that's in them to the grave, you know? Maybe we're a society that's too self-centered, you know? Maybe we're a society that is too busy in the supernatural manifestation of the Father, you know? Take time to read the good book and you will see that it is love that conquers all. And love is where joy begins. And it's already in you. I want to say rest in peace to every great human we've lost. And to you that's out there that's feeling depressed, man, you're not alone. You're not alone. So let's start digging for that. Let's start digging for those answers that are in us. And let's start spreading it, you know. God is good. God is love. So I bless your life. One love.